Hey there, Wendy here with Jazzydoodledesigns, and look what came in the mail today. Fairytale Worlds, coloring book illustrated by Maria Trolle. Now this is a hardbound book. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so let's take a peek. Now I have always loved fairy tales, right? So I was drawn to this book. I have to admit, Maria Trolle's, some of her other work hasn't appealed to me as much, but sometimes I think certain illustrators kind of grow on you. And the one thing that will push me in the direction of an illustrator is when someone takes the kind of care that she has to create books that last, right? This is hardbound. The paper's nice. I'm willing to invest in that. Plus, she draws them herself. Our inside cover has these beautiful doves on a nice kind of teal green background. It's dedicated to her mom with love. I love that so much. So this book just barely came out. I had it on pre-order, so imagine my squeals when I got it today. Okay, this is a letter from Maria. It says, "When I was little, my mother would read aloud from books with fairy tales from all over the world. Classic stories by the brothers Grimm and Hans Christian Andersen, together with Swedish folk tales, filled my evenings with joy and excitement. The stories were often populated by princes and princesses, magical powers, and mysterious beings. Although the tales sometimes had dark and scary elements, they usually ended happily for the main character, which was reassuring to me as a small child. As an adult, I'm still fascinated by fairy tales and fairytale worlds, something that I think is reflected in my coloring books. Fairy tales have a unique ability to weave together the mythical with the human, and they speak to something deep in all of us. I found inspiration for Fairytale Worlds from my favorite stories as a childhood, some well-known, others less so. I also drew upon stories and tales I've encountered as an adult and choose to include illustrations of myths and creatures that do not belong to any specific fairy tale but are associated with that genre of storytelling. I hope those of you who color in this book may get moments of joy and imagination when creating your own colorful journey through the world of fairy tale." And then look at the first page. I love it so much. Puss in Boots. Look at the little face. Oh my word. Now this paper is, here's a paper towel, just to give you a heads up. So it is a more ivory colored paper, and it's decent quality. Now, I will say it feels smooth to the touch to me. I love that the pages are also numbered down here at the bottom. Teeny tiny little numbers. Now, this is more traditional, I think, of her style. But I love the cute little faces that she puts on her characters. Thumbelina, maybe? Little tiny girl. Maybe Cinderella's shoe. I'm not going to try and guess all these. I'm just going to look at the beautiful pages. I just think they're so sweet. Now, I haven't done a full flip through. I saw a few pages, including the Puss in Boots, and I gotta be honest, that's the page that sold me. But looking at these now, I can really feel, I could see myself coloring in these. It's like I can almost see them come to life while I'm looking at them. I love the big apple and the small little characters. Jack and the Beanstalk. This is the little character that she did her dedication to her mom. That's kind of fun. These, I think, are different from a lot of her other pages. And maybe that's why I'm drawn to it too. I'm not sure. But I think some of these are just beautiful. Now, her characters are very small. So, might be using some fine liners for some of these pages. But Little Red Riding Hood. I love the back-to-back. What are your thoughts? How many of you got this book or are going to get this book? Is this a book that interests you? Should we color in it? Because, you know, I don't have anything in my backlog at all. Joking. They're just so sweet. I can just, like some of these background, like nature scenes, I think would be very fun. I adore coloring sky, and she's given me a lot of, and playing with light. Like I can totally picture this with a much lighter space in here, with it deepening around the edges. And look how beautiful this is. Can you see this with little pink and like a gold gilding frame and the birds singing? I love all the little gnomes, or dwarves, I guess. Is this Snow White and the 7 dwarfs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the 7 dwarfs. That's a very unique turn with the dreaming, Aladdin and the lamp. Hansel and Gretel. This makes me want to get a fairy tale book. Maybe read fairy tales while we do the coloring along. That would be fun. Not sure what the copyright is on something like that. You gotta kiss a lot of toads to find your prince. Beauty and the Beast. There are lots of pages in this book. Because look, we're on page 67 and we're not even done. There's a lot of variety, so for people that don't like, for people that like pictures that take up the whole page, there's something. The ones that don't, the ones that it's smaller. These are adorable. And we're finishing with the Nutcracker, it looks like. Look how much fun this would be to color all these candy and gumdrops, though. Oh, and I love, look, she has a list. That's so nice, because sometimes I see stuff and it's like, it kind of reminds me of something, but I can't quite bring it up. So I do like that. She cites her sources. So it looks like we have 79 pages to color. Well, 79 minus 3, so 76 actual pages to color maybe. But I like that we could go look those up. And here's a picture of her. Isn't she beautiful? Maria Trolle, born 1981. Okay, that made me feel old. Is a Swedish illustrator, picture book author, and designer. Her best-selling coloring books inspire and are loved by people all over the world, young and old. Fairytale Worlds is her 9th coloring book for adult, and it has her Instagram. So that's it. I thought we would do this flip through together. I have several flip throughs here in the next week or two, so make sure you hit like and subscribe. You don't want to miss any of the new books coming out. Until next time, happy coloring. Thank you for watching another video from Jazzydoodledesigns. If you'd like even more Jazzydoodle and a little more snark, please check out the membership below. If you're looking for a community where you can share your work and chat with other fellow colorists in a safe and welcoming environment, hit the subscribe button to Jazzydoodledesigns and then look for Jazzydoodledesigns Coloring Community on Facebook. And there you can join a group of fellow colorists to talk all things coloring and share cute pet pictures. I hope to see you there. And until next time, happy coloring.